Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of CozyCryptidGaming. As always, I am your host Cozy, and we return after a week off to CraftCraft, the second game in our comfy fantasy merchant simulator miniseries. For reference, this one we are basically working as a kind of jack-of-all-trades, making, repairing, upgrading, various things that people come to us and want made or fixed or all manner of things. With a fantastic cast of characters, with a lot of voice acting. I forget what day out of 10 we are actually on in this run. But this one has a sort of set, 10-day period within the game that we have to get through and keep our shop afloat during. And once we get through the end of those 10 days, we will be a fully licensed crafter, or a member of the crafting guild, I should say. And there's apparently multiple different possible endings you can get. So, while I probably won't be streaming extra ones, I'm certainly interested in playing it more in my own time. So, last time I just realized that our little owl cat has heart-shaped pupils. I've been playing this game for several weeks. I've looked at this opening screen many times, and I only just now realized that. Sorry for that derailing. Okay, yeah. Anyway, where we last left off, we actually saved in the middle of a job where we were remaking a druidic focus that had been broken. But let's resume with that. Oh, I probably should have clicked load game, but we'll see if this actually loads us back in where it's supposed to. Yes, we did! Excellent! Okay, so that's actually something worth noting. Our little, yeah, I think we had it adjusted. Yep, this is just the little newspaper that we get. Let's reopen our little binder here. Let's make sure that everything lines up and everything is actually in place. Yeah, some of this did not stay where I wanted it to, so we're going to... Oh, did I? I might need to separate some pieces out. But yeah, the idea is that you're connecting it with various pieces together out of both wood and stone, because this game has been doing a lot of really good world building, much like Trash Goblin. I really okay, perfect. I can separate little bits. They both do a great job of just sort of filling you in on bits of the world as you play through it, and it's been delightful. Interesting that those are things I can separate like that. Okay, now we can properly do this. That can go. Okay, so that one will go there. And why are you not lighting up? Oh, it will light. It probably will light up once I dab a little bit of glue here. But yeah, they both do a great job of doling out world building as just you play and experience things and have a good time with all of that. Right, I was going to use that one. Just sort of remembering where exactly we were with things, how we were constructing stuff. Go there. Go there a bit. Yeah, that'll be perfect. Okay. Move these to the side a little. But yeah, we were we were commissioned to repair this for a druid to better reflect who they figured out that they are. Because non-binary characters exist in this, and that's wonderful. Here we go. Okay, now everything looks like it fits. I do love that it doesn't make you actually fit everything together perfectly. It just has you match up all the little key points on this. But yeah, let's go deliver this to our customer. Arrow keys work. Oh yes, and this is our dwarf, who is the partner of our druid. But one talisman, reshaped as ordered.
Let's have a look.
Okay, so could have been a little more evenly balanced on like how much wood and how much stone, but you know what? Still good, still close.
You've really captured them. Better than I'd hoped anyone could. Oh, perfectly balanced, perfectly unique, just like them. I don't know how you managed it.
It all just seemed to fit.
That makes it even better. I can't wait to show them. Oh, I wish you could be there to see it. They're going to go absolutely spare. In a good way.
Sorry, that I haven't heard someone use that expression except for the, like, 70-year-old British lady that I used to do gardening for. Yeah. I mean, obviously context clues, it means, you know, kind of just losing your mind, but in a good way. But yeah, I haven't heard going spare in years. Wow. Heck yeah. Knowing it's going to happen is good enough for me.
I'm going to tell my entire adventuring troupe about you. You've such a deft hand. I bet you'll see some of them come through your doors.
I would. That would be wonderful. Thank you. Adventurers are my bread. Adventurers actually are not my bread and butter. I've kind of been doing stuff for everybody, so I think I appreciate that greatly. Thank you.
Least I could do, I assure you. I can think of one customer I'll definitely send your way. If you see Crescent, it's because I've been gushing about you.
Ooh, okay, that's actually a first where someone has mentioned, oh, I'm going to send this specific person to you. Interesting. Crescent, eh? I'll keep an eye out.
Aye, you do that. Be seeing you, friend.
See you around. 14 out of 15 is fine, and yet we're doing. It's so loud. Oh, our map maker friend.
Hello again, my friend.
I hope the compass served you well. Yeah, this is Eric. We fixed a compass for him, and while he was not able to pay us directly, he was more than happy to give us an up-to-date map of the surrounding areas, which is why we can go to the forest. Yeah, I hope the compass served you well.
It pointed me true. So well, in fact, that I had no choice but to return to your doorstep. I'd like to make you a very special offer.
Do tell. Well, don't make me hold my breath.
I am about to embark on a journey to map the mountains around the logocracy of Shadowrim.
Logocracy. Trying to figure out what that would be. You know, rule by something, but logic, maybe?
Are you familiar?
Never heard of it.
Beautiful place. The land of 100 libraries, they call it. They host arguments in enormous arenas, like debate gladiators.
That's so fun. I love that as a concept.
And they get their name from the Shadow Rim Mountains, a great crescent sway that extends far into the east.
Okay. And it's unmapped?
Much of it is, and I aim to rectify that.
Okay.
To be honest, the part I'm most worried about is the sheer amount of mountains I will need to mark on my map.
If I have to draw one more mountain on this map, I'm going to scream. Been there, buddy. Been there.
I don't want to spend half my commission on quill pens again, and nothing wears through them quite like drawing the same spiky triangle over and over. That's where you come in.
Do you need a pen nib sharpener? Go on.
Brace yourself, my friend. I would like to purchase a stamp block that stamps the shape of a mountain. Then I can just ink, stamp, over and over again. Stone or wood cut into shape, or whatever scraps you can glue together.
That's actually really clever. Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. I'd be happy to help with that. Any specific kind of design? I'm not gonna be rude to him, game. I appreciate that the option is there. I also appreciate that, like, the rude options in this are, like, you're not insulting anybody. Like, you are still, you know, running a business here and trying to establish yourself as a business. But, like, I appreciate that you can give people some sass. But, yeah, any specific kind of design?
Just something mountainy. Nothing fancy. Nothing that uses a lot of ink.
I feel like that's the part that actually should be specific if this was, like, a real thing, because this guy, as a cartographer, would probably want his maps either to be something standardized so they can be reproduced, or want them to be very close to his own style so that it can't be copied by other people. But, you know, that also speaks to his personal taste of, like, it's saving me a lot of time, so it doesn't matter how detailed it is. Which, you know, fair.
I can pay you a little coin this time, and also outline some other interesting vantage points to visit around Windspell.
Ooh. An updated map would be fabulous. I'm more interested in the map places. Like, we're doing fine on money.
I knew I liked you for a reason.
Alright. Okay. Yep, make a stamp. So I can use... Okay. Yeah. Oh god, I need to clean all... I do wish there was like a click and drag to select multiple things. Like, my god. Do I have a way to store? You know what? I can just throw stuff in the trash. I might just... Eat well, little trash grub thing. This is... Oh, this should go away. Nope, no such luck. Okay. I'm just gonna pile... Oh, this is a thing that's actually useful to me. Much like any crafting project, this game does sort of force you to clean up after yourself and keep your desk organized, which is not something I'm great about in real life. Here we are. We make our choices. The sound design, the sound mixing on some things is a little baffling to me in this game. Like, moving scraps of wood is definitely quieter than moving scraps of stone in real life, and yet we have the opposite here. Unless... Yeah, no, the sound effects are all the same thing, so that will just... You can't adjust them individually. I've played games where that is the case, where like different sound effects will have different amounts of different like control settings. Like I believe most of the Monster Hunter games you can change like your character's like voice audio separately from like the sound effects of like your weapon or other things like that. I think that might not be all. That might not be most of them, but I know there's at least one where you can. Anyhow, we wanted stone or wood scraps you can glue together. Okay. All right, we still, and the stamp itself still needs to be metal, so the handle part will be stone or wood. So we'll do a recycled. Yeah, we can do a recycled ingot to match the scraps we can glue together, I think. We don't actually have to worry about this being brittle, because it's a stamp. Like, you don't need to worry about that. I mean, yes, steel will probably last a little longer, but like, we can afford to just do it as iron. Wait, no. I should have done recycled. I'm a fool. We can return the ingot though, right? Yeah, we can return the ingot. Nice. Okay. So let's just grab some scrap metal that we have. The desire to just make a stamp. Making a stamp out of spoons actually does make sense. I'm gonna do that. Into the forge. Probably got all the metal we would need for it, honestly. But we will get this going. Clink. And tool. Light. A model roof, interesting. A stamp. Oh, it's just done? Did I adjust the minigame settings? Accessibility settings. Yes, I did skip the rhythm minigame. Right, for time reasons. I will also skip the sharpening one, because I want to see if it does the, some of the other things. Just for the sake of, you know, getting through more of this and streaming things. So here's our stamp. And now we need... stone or wood scraps you can glue together. Fill out the blueprint. Use wires to fill the mountain blueprint. Glue that mountain onto the stamp. Search the almanac for a mountain blueprint. Oh, there's a little table there. Oh, that's a perfect little mountain. That'll do nicely. We are going to move the stamp off to the side. There isn't a way I can make, like... Yeah, no, it says to just make the stamp out of an ingot, so... Okay. Yeah, okay. Then let's grab some wires, I guess. Right, because we had... There's our bag of wires. Perfect. I do like this as an item of like, so you don't need to go and like actually find like random wire bits in the game. It just gives you like a bag of wires, which will produce whatever shapes you need for a given task. Like it's a very elegant solution from a gameplay standpoint, and I do really appreciate it. But yeah, get everything closer here, and then zoom. Zoom. The zoom in can be a little finicky. I will say that. It's not like crippling or anything. It's just sometimes surprising. Like this is a fantastic game. Is that the right shape? It is. Gonna tap on a little more glue in those spaces. I know I don't need to put it on both spots because this game is not that picky about it, but I like to. We're gonna tap a spot there. And a few more spots there. There we go. Now, so that shape is good. So we can remove that. Get the stamp here. And doop, doop, doop. There we go. Perfect. All right. Here we go.
Hello again, my friend.
Finish your mountain stamp if you'd like a peek. Yep, gotta go for the pun.
I'm sorry. I would. But what's with the smile?
My humor is lost on this boy. Don't you get it?
Get what? The stamp? You haven't handed it to me.
Never mind.
Oh, yes. Very funny. Maybe polish that one up a little before you seek work as a jester. May I see the stamp, please?
Okay. Not everybody likes puns. Fine. But hey, got everything. I feel like the wood or stone part didn't really come up, which is odd, but there we go.
Stunning work! Immediately recognizable. Feels weighty and durable.
Alright.
This should last me a good many expeditions. By the Spellwinds. I was a bit worried I'd come up with a bad idea until you came back carrying this.
There is such a thing as a bad idea, but I do like the sentiment behind this. But also, we've been styling ourselves very much as a very courteous person, so I think I'm happy to help you out, and I hope it serves you well.
I'm certain it will. Now, though, I believe I promised you an improved map.
Yes, please.
Here, I've included some trails up the local mountain. That seemed appropriate. Nothing too scary living up there, and there's all kinds of neat stones you could use.
Excellent.
And because we're good friends now, here. This is my favorite path down to the eastern beaches. I'm sure you could find good use for sea glass and shells, eh?
I very much could. Yeah, both. Thank you, Eric. I really appreciate it.
You are most welcome.
Excuse me.
Now I'll be off. Hopefully we meet again.
Yes, please do come back safe. Yeah, stay safe out there. Oh, wait. We've cracked 100 guilders! Yay! End of the day. End of day 5. Okay, so I have 6 more days. Alright. Yeah, we're doing great. And without the minigames, who knows? We probably won't get through it all in one stream, but, should be soon. You know what? I might leave stuff a bit of a mess, and then just, like, after stream, I might clear everything away. But who knows? I might need some of those parts later. Who are you?
Hello, my good moth.
Hi, how can I help you?
Zachariah Silversmoke. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Adventurer and monster hunter.
I love this guy. All right, Zachariah, what you got for me? I assume you're in the market for hunting equipment then. Actually, no. What sorts of monsters do you hunt? I am curious.
Anything with talons or teeth and a bad disposition.
Ah, generalist. I approve.
No. Most of the beasts I hunt, they're the kind that you don't want getting anywhere near you. I do keep a blade with me, of course, and one of these days I'll probably buy a nice axe to go with it. But if something gets close enough for me to swing a sword at it, let's just say that such encounters are responsible for most of my lovely scars.
I like all these options. A nice bow or crossbow. You seem like a spearman to me, which actually, for depending on what you're hunting, might be the only thing you use. And then market for a sling. Interesting that we can do that. But let's go with bow or crossbow.
I don't think so. There's something unsporting about extreme ranged. To me, at least.
Fair enough.
No, I think I'm in the market for a good, strong spear. I've used them before, and they feel good in my hands. Something solid, heavy even, with stopping power to it. Don't skimp on the spikes, and ornateness is never a bad thing.
Okay, this man's going for a boar spear. Okay. Solid, heavy, ornate. No other special requests?
No, I don't think so. I'm a simple man. Whatever gets the job done and keeps my head attached to my shoulders.
Okay. I'll be back shortly with the polearm of your dreams. Alright. Okay. Let's see what we can get. And, ooh, I wonder if they actually will have designs that are, head of the spear, handle, like a hilt but longer. Okay, yeah, so the head of it we'll make with the nasty bits. The solid and heavy, and then the handle will be ornate, because you can get away with doing that. Let's make this man a boar spear. We'll do the ornate for the hand. No, we might just do steel for all of it, honestly. Yeah, we'll do steel for the head, at least. For those who are wondering, a boar spear is exactly what it sounds like. They are spears specifically designed for hunting boars. Because boars, wild boars, are terrifying animals. And they needed specific spears for hunting them, because they had a nasty habit of basically need a crossguard on them so that you can keep the boars like at bay, because they are terrifyingly strong animals. Head, minimalist, predator. Yeah, Demon Fang. That sounds about right. Let's go with that one. Not quite the amount of crossguard that I would want to go for in this case, but it's the only one that comes close, so I guess we'll go with it. And we will sharpen away. Can I pick up the... There we go. There we go. Nice and sharpened. Yeah. He did say simple man, so we'll stick with the steel. We've got the money, we can afford it. It'll be fine. Inflate the bellows. Get the forge nice and toasty. And clink. Still need a weapon. Still need the spear. Still need a long handle. And this one we will go with elegant. Opulence or regal? Opulence is a slightly simpler design, which is what when he did say that would be more his style, so we'll go with Opulence. Oh, that is a nasty looking piece of work. Excellent. Perfect! I do like the clinking thing that attaching the bits together is not a whole ordeal. Here you go, my friend. Zechariah, I've got a spear with your name on... sorry, that sounds more threatening out loud, doesn't it?
Oh, brilliant! Let me have a look.
Okay, here we go.
Magnificent! Better than I could have imagined.
Glad to be of service.
Wow! The haft on this thing. How did you bring it all together so well?
Through the power of video games and not having to be here for like 2 weeks doing all the carving and intricate details. It's all in the wrist. I like that as a joke.
Often the case.
Yeah, it is.
You've gone above and beyond, friend. Tell me, do you do axes too?
If you bring me the coin, I can bring any idea to life.
Well, I'll have to come back to your doorstep sometime. I've been wanting an axe for seasons now. One of those chunky ones you sometimes see orcs using. You know the type?
I think I do.
Well, if you see any, take notes. For now, I'll be off. I'm sure those poor farmers will have been menaced by something or other while I've been in town.
Happy hunting to you. Excellent. The more I see this little bag, the more I kind of want my own version of it. Just like, it's a nice little, like, bag. Like, I have plenty of nice little bags like that, though, so like, I don't need another one. But it's a good design. Ding. Hey!
Hello again.
Saskia, I believe. Always great to have a repeat customer. You're becoming quite the regular here. Around here.
What can I say? I wish to take advantage of being in this city of crafters, and your prices are almost as good as your attitude.
Aw, thank you.
Still, I hate to be predictable. Perhaps I should commission something really out of character.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with having a regular. Like, some people may disagree with me on this, but I think one of the better things about having, like, a regular place that you go and get food is that they know your order after a while. Like, that can be nice. Like, I used to have a lunch place that I would go to, and I always knew what kind of, what I was going to order, because I basically got the same thing every day, because it was good. But yeah.
No, I think not. As fun as that would be. I actually did come here with a particular order in mind.
Oh?
My dear cousin has just been accepted into the Cogsworth Legion. I suppose you might think of them as Spindleguard's equivalent to the City Watches.
Okay. Our congratulations in order. I like that as an answer of like, is this something that we're happy about or not?
Oh, absolutely. We're all so proud.
Excellent, then congratulations.
As you would imagine, the uniform of such a group is rather, well, uniform. Banged out in the factories.
Yeah, it's kind of in the name there.
After seeing the quality of your handcrafted goods here, I'm a bit worried my dear cousin isn't wearing the best that he could be.
Huh. I think I see where this is going. I'm not sure I could put together a whole uniform, or when you say not the... this is a good point. When you say not the best, do you mean in terms of protection or looks?
Frankly, both.
Now, the breastplate is what I'm really worried about, since it covers the most vital organs. I'd like you to replicate one as best you can, but better.
Okay.
I can provide you with a rough sketch, but it's quite simple. Spindleguard armor is rather austere and refined.
Okay. So minimalist, but like good details and stuff. Actually, this is a good question, both for lore and just honestly for not to, potentially lose business, but like, aren't you worried that your cousin will be caught out with a uniform that isn't, well, uniform?
Don't worry. After 2 days in the Spindleguard smog, no one will be able to tell the difference.
Ah, we're relying on dirt to cover up the better materials. Gotcha.
Now, it doesn't need to be a perfect replica. I suspect that quite a few of the wealthier families outsource production like this.
Now I need to go and... Now I have the urge to go look up, like, historical records of, like, medieval armies and stuff like that, of, like, what their various kits would be like and how much of it could be customized. I actually got a friend of mine who probably just knows the answers. That can be for later. But yeah, all the more reason not to let your cousin get left behind.
Spoken like a Spindleguardian.
Not sure if it's a compliment.
Now, I shall make myself comfy and try not to bother you while you work your magic.
Note to self, add chairs to front of shop. Alright. Aha, we have our blueprint. Okay. That's actually a nice design. Interesting, okay, so we have the breastplate, but we don't have any decision on the pauldrons, which means that's where we can probably... Like, this will have to match, but the pauldrons are where we can add in whatever doesn't fit on... What was it again? Austere, so minimalist, and then refined. So the pauldrons are probably where we're going to be able to do that. Memorizing the shape. Actually, I don't need to, because I can just sketch this on my own. Just a moment while taking notes while you play video games is a great thing, and more people should do it. And it's also the only reason I was able to get through Metroid Zero Mission when I originally did, back when I was like 14. Because I needed to take notes on like how to actually get through a couple of weird areas that gave me trouble. There we go. That's close enough. Perfect. Also, just a horde of notes about about one of the Zelda games, Oracle of Ages, for those curious. Alright, so you want high quality materials to keep your cousin safe. We're going with steel. We'll load this in. We will get this nice and hot for things. Take out our ingot. We will hammer away. Torso. Breastplate. I have a feeling we're gonna need to go with minimalist for this, because none of these four other ones look even close. I mean, polished, maybe. I kind of like the beastly design, to be honest. Just personal taste, but let's go with minimalist. Yeah, there we go. Gatekeeper. Yeah, Gatekeeper is almost exact. I think that's just the exact design. Gatekeeper it is. Okay. So here's that. Now, so that was our minimalist one, which is austere, and then refined can be the pauldrons. Steel again. again. Means our total cost is going to be like 9. Not terrible. It makes sense that armor would be some of the most expensive stuff. Just using more materials for it. Torso, left pauldron. These do not have... Maybe these should be made out of the ornate metal. Of these, I want to go with nightly left. I just think that'll be a nice, yeah, I think I'm going to remake this out of the ornate metal. 'Cause it will be a little cheaper for me, but that'll also probably get us the elegant one that we want. So let's go with that instead. Especially since I don't need to worry about redoing the minigame. Like, I do enjoy the rhythm minigame. I enjoy the hammering more than I do the sharpening. That's just a personal preference. But I do like that I have the option to turn them off. I just think that's good game design. Nightly left. And right pauldron, we will again do the ornate. Also, now, like any true workshop, we have some half-finished projects just sort of lying around, which is fitting. Is it really having a new hobby if you don't have some like a unfinished project that you're never gonna get around to finishing because it just wasn't quite working, or is that just me? Torso, right pauldron. Okay, there is actually a slight urge to do a slightly different thing, but this is supposed to be a uniform, so it should at least be consistent. There are actually reasons why you would have like different shaped pauldrons for different sides, mostly to do with what you're using and like what the armor is for. Like having it be uniform is easier to make, more consistent, like provides, you know, equal protection. But if you have like if you're gonna be doing like, you know, one side is the shield arm, so like maybe you don't need as much protection on like that particular forearm because there's gonna be a giant honkin' shield in the way. Like that's a thing to consider. Like there are reasons for doing asymmetry, but there's also reasons for doing symmetry, which is, you know, sometimes you don't have a shield. I don't know what. Yeah, actually, we don't know what sort of equipment the members of this legion would be carrying. So, erring on the side of uniformity is probably best. Here we go. I'm back and I have your breastplate. Was not expecting the purring sound. Purring? Closest, I think? The foxes don't purr. Much to consider.
Oh, hello. I think your owl cat is a little upset with me.
Oh, that was our little friend. Yes, I forgot. Oh, yeah, yes, she's very upset. Don't think I've ever heard Meowl make that noise before. Easy, Meow, don't be mean to the nice lady who pays us lots of money. That's very, you know what? That's... Let's go with that one.
Apparently, Meow thinks the forge area is off limits to customers.
Were you trying to sneak in while I was working? Why were you trying to come back there?
Curiosity. I thought it was time. I wanted to see a crafter at work.
Time? Ma'am? Are you trying to, like, steal company secrets from me? I run this as a one-person operation. Ma'am?
It's quite exotic to me, you must understand. I've only seen factories, not a proper forge. I wanted to know how you did your work with just anvil and hammer.
Alternately, were you hoping for a sexy, like, forging scene? I'm a moth. I'm not saying you can't be expecting that. I'm just, okay. Oh, that's also probably part of the timing of just like, but just, I'm afraid it's for your own good. Imagine if you come up behind me when I was swinging a hammer.
Of course, of course. I'm so sorry. Let me take that breastplate from you now.
Hey. Oh. We got it!
Excellent work as usual.
Thank you.
Again, please forgive my curiosity getting the best of me, and don't take it as a slight to your craft. I trust that completely.
None taken. Honestly, the fact that you're curious about how I work is more of a compliment. Okay, we're definitely not doing this one because I have personal beef with this phrase. The phrase, curiosity killed the cat, is only half the phrase. The other half is, the knowledge it gained brought it back. This is one of a whole slew of phrases that, like, people drop the second half of them in order to make it mean the opposite of what it originally meant. In this case, curiosity killed the cat, but the knowledge brought it back is, yeah, it can be dangerous trying to learn new things, but you've learned new things. It's worth it. No. So we'll go with, don't worry about it, Saskia. There's worse things than curious.
You're far too kind.
Nah, I'm just nice.
I'll be on my way now. Rest assured that I'll see you again soon, and I'll be on better behavior. Thank you again.
Honestly, if you just asked to come back, I'd let you, assuming Meowl would allow that. Hey! Still making a profit. Next is here. Oh! Oh, this is another Badger lady. I wonder if she knows, the groundskeeper.
Hello?
Oh no, I love her. Oh, what's this?
Oh, yes, definitely the right place. Just like Manaki said. Aren't you precious? Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
She's a Midwestern badger. I love her. With a golden tooth, it looks like. Oh, Manaki was from the carnival, right. Hello there. I see you've met Meowl already.
An adorable specimen and in amazing health. Eating well, I see. You can call me Tara. I am the chief medic and veterinarian of the Carnival of Strays. You've met Manaki, of course. She recommended you highly.
Right, that was the person who wanted some collars so that they could help adopt various strays.
Those collars you made are beautiful, by the way. All the animals we put them on are already adopted.
Excellent. Always glad to contribute to such a worthy cause.
Well, that's just what I was hoping to hear. Now, I hope this isn't putting too much burden on you so soon after you helped us out, but I've run low on some essential medical supplies.
All right.
Manaki spoke so highly of you, I was hoping you might be able to help us out again.
I think so, but some details on what you need would be handy. If you need medical supplies, I mean, I guess I could show her the map that I have so she can go and gather things. But, like...
Oh, yes, of course. The order itself. I am in desperate need of a new knife, you see. Something without any gaudiness. Hardy. For cutting bandages, digging out claw fragments, trimming wounds before stitching.
Okay, that makes sense. Oh no, I hope you don't have to bandage many critters up.
You misunderstand. It's mostly the staff getting injured, not the animals themselves.
That makes sense. This is being a vet in a fantasy setting would be wild. Like, even like exotic vets in our world are still only dealing with so much. Once you get into, oh yeah, this thing has, you know, the head of a snake and the talons of an eagle and like the back of a porcupine. Like how many different like mishmash animals are out there that have just a whole slew of ways that could really give you a bad day. Like, yeah, that it's been like being a Pokemon professor. Like, the health hazards on that job.
There's a reason I serve as veterinarian and medic, after all. You wouldn't believe the damage some claws or a sharp beak could do to the forearms.
I can imagine, actually. Maybe I'd be better off crafting some Vam bracers or gauntlets. Yeah, actually, not a bad idea. That's why I keep my fencing gloves on hand for, like, if we find an injured animal. They'll hold up to a lot.
Oh no, with some of the smaller animals I work with, I need full scope of articulation. Thank you, though.
That's very fair.
As with Manaki before me, I'm afraid I don't have anything to offer in return except our gratitude.
I am more than happy to help this cause. Yeah, that's worth more than any amount of coin. Honestly, I'd be happy to help. Also, like, guild rules. Don't turn down a customer.
Oh, thank the Spellwinds. I know I shouldn't have worried, but I couldn't help it. And more than the Spellwinds, thank you!
Thank you. Alrighty. I need to just... Yeah, it's just making the blade. We're just making a dagger. This is nice and easy. No gaudiness, hardy. Okay, so the blade will be what's hardy. No gaudiness will be the handle. Easy enough. I am not going to skimp out on this lady just because she can't pay. We are going to make her a nice professional thing. Alright. What do we got? So, it is technically a weapon. Dagger. Hilt was going to be the minimalist. Don't actually know which of these would be technically the best kind of handle for like a medical knife. But we're gonna go with the ribbed one, just because I like the design. Also, I have a thing where, like, this sort of shape of handle, to me, says tool rather than, like, weapon. And even though, yes, it's a knife, you could use it to cause harm. That's kind of the point. But, like, this is being used in a medical context. So I think that, to me, that says more tool rather than weapon. The same way, like, you don't see someone using a scalpel as, like, a weapon. except, you know, maybe in some, like, particular detective serial or whatever. So, like, to me, I think this should look more like a tool. That's just, you know, that's just my personal design sensibilities more than anything. Like, I'm sure there's people out there who would go with the like, plain scored one, because that just seems, you know, like, simple. So this is gonna be the blade. We're gonna go with the nature blade. Alright, that's way too fancy. Honestly, the budding one is probably one of the things that we'd want. Well, actually, thinking about this, if it's for a medical context. If we're thinking scalpels, we're thinking something small, detailed, snipping bandages. So budding is probably not great because it would be like too large and awkward. The narrow leaf, having those extra flanges on there, I don't know if that would be useful. So I think the long leaf is what we're gonna go for. We're gonna sharpen it if I can get this to click. There we go. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that working. That should be fine.
Oh, you're even more precious than Manaki conveyed. Who's a good owl cat?
Hee. Meowl is.
Such a cute little beak. And you've been eating well, I see. And your claws are all very well cared for. Someone lets you scratch to your heart's content, don't they? Aww.
To be fair, I don't think I could stop Meowl if I wanted to. I don't think I have any choice about scratching.
Ah! Hello again! You're quick.
Gosh, I love her.
I suppose Manaki did tell me, but I thought she was exaggerating. Obviously not.
Aw.
I know. You'd only deign to adopt a speedy, quick-witted owner, wouldn't you?
Oh, picky are you, and not just with dinner. I really hope that in the credits there is just someone's cat credited as Meowl for Meowl. I just want to believe that this is just one of the developers being like, yeah, we just recorded the sounds my cat makes because I love that in things.
Like I said, precious. And speaking of, is that the knife? Oh, let me see.
Hey, perfect score.
You made this for me? For free? Oh, you're too kind. Thank you so very much.
Not a problem at all. Anything to help the animals and the people who help the animals, in this case.
Oh, I so look forward to having something decently sharp to cut linen strips for binding wounds. You have no idea.
Yep. Linen is can be very tough, and you want to be able to have good cuts for anything involving wound care.
If you or Meowl ever need medical assistance, please present yourself at the Carnival of Strays, and we'll get you seen to as a priority.
Yeah, actually, that's great.
I'll have any beak wounds bound up before you know it.
Hopefully it won't ever come to that, but thank you.
You'd be surprised how often these things happen by accident. I suggest not getting between Owlcat and Food Dish.
That's very wise advice. Thank you.
Much as it pains me to leave you and your wonderful companion, I should really be on my way back. I'm sure there are already new claw marks in need of attending.
Fair. Yeah, please send along anyone from the carnival who needs help. Or anyone else from the carnival who needs help. Oh, who is our final person for the... Another moth person! This is a first? Oh, I love the design.
Hello?
Hello. Welcome. How can I help you today?
Hey there. Name's Stonewing. Sibylla Stonewing. I hear you can make all manner of tools. That right?
This is not the voice I was expecting from this character, and I kind of love it. This is a gruff-voiced, fluffy moth person. Perfect. Sibylla Stonewing. Sure can. What do you need?
Great. Exactly what I wanted to hear. I'm in need of a new pickaxe. Nothing fancy, mind. It's going to get banged into lots of rocks in short order.
Fair enough.
I don't care if you use recycled goods or whatever raw natural materials you have around the shop. In fact, the simpler the better.
Recycled stuff it is.
You know how it is for us moth folk. The lighter, the better.
Indeed. Yeah, I definitely do want to replay this as, like, a different species, just to see, like, the difference in like, reactions. I understand completely.
Excellent.
I love this like, we can do it pose just really tickles me. I just really like this one. This is great. Just screenshotting.
Now, on the subject of, payment.
I'm rather flexible with compensation, if that helps, which we are. Like, we're very, like, we have our like charity cases with the carnival, but you know, we'll also happily accept like paying in trade or whatever. Like, that's something that I also personally am very down for.
Ah, bless you, you're kind. I'll still pay what you're worth, but I'm a little light on coin.
Hard times down at the mine?
You're a perceptive one. I am indeed a miner, an independent one, unattached to the local guilds.
Oh, is that allowed?
And, up until very recently, quite a successful miner.
What changed your fortunes?
I hit a dry spell, and made the mistake of buying some cheaper tools to see me through until I could sink a richer mining shaft, but I ended up having to replace those tools so often that I couldn't dig myself out of the hole. I decided that the only way out is to barter my way to a pickaxe that won't fall apart in just a few months. Something light and earthy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one where, like, there are some things that I will deliberately buy the cheaper versions of because I know I'm gonna wear through the better versions just as quickly. But, like, when it comes to tools, like, good tools, or more accurately, durable tools, really do make a difference. And especially in a trade like this where you are wearing down on them so much, that makes complete sense. You know, let's not harangue our customers about, like, their previous mistakes. They know, like, Sibylla here knows that it was not the best idea. We're not gonna harangue them about what the other tools were. But well, yeah, a sad story. But let me see if I can give it a happier chapter.
That's very kind of you. No matter what you craft, I'm sure it'll be better than what I've been using. And I'll make it worth your while.
All right.
I think I know exactly what you could use around in exchange for your services. I'll have it ready when you return.
I love a surprise way more than I love boring old coin. Okay. Okay. Handle, pickaxe, etc. We're gonna make this out of recycled materials. Oh. I was hoping that I could maybe, like, put the things I didn't use back in the forge. That would have been fun. Alright. Actually, we are gonna go map. Yeah, actually, let's go to the back alley, see if we can find some more metal scrap back here. Metal scrap, metal scrap, metal scrap. Metal scrap. Other things. Yeah, perfect. Got some metal scraps. That'll be easy enough. I'll check out the beach. Yeah, actually, we did have that Kraken hunter. We did mention that there are, you know, nasty tentacly beasties down there. So, yeah, back to the workshop. All right. Gotta grab some bits and bombs. Make a recycled ingot. Nothing fancy, light, earthy. So 2 points in minimalist, 1 point in nature. Clink. Tool, heavy. Wow, there's a lot of things. Crafter's hammerhead, cane head, sickle, pickaxe. Let's go pickaxe. Okay. Sharpened. You in there. Put a spoon in there. Use the bellows. That's good. Tool. Heavy. We probably want a medium. Yeah, long handles are for things like spears, and that would probably also be for like a cane or something. Let's go with medium handle. We had 2 points in minimalist and 1 in nature. I think that means we go minimalist here. Pointy, chunky, or plain. Symbolist was the best, so plain. Go with that. Hey, there we go. Yeah, that looks like a normal pickaxe. Here you go.
Ah, back so soon. Hello again.
Ah. Don't worry, I didn't rush it. This just comes quickly to me.
May I examine it more closely, please? It sure looks like what I needed.
Yeah, matching. Okay, so it did want both nature and minimalist. Interesting. Okay, so that's
Oh, wow. This is great. You have my most sincere thanks.
okay. So it's not, you know, needing to tick off, like, since there were 3 items, it's just making sure that you have 1 in each of the categories that are mentioned. Okay, that's good to know. You're very welcome.
Well, while you were busy working, I gave this little beauty a polish. Behold!
Hello, a new tool? It's a very nice small hammer?
Very close. It's a geode cracker for more delicate work with gemstone mining.
Okay, that makes sense.
Let me tell you, you're benefiting from many, many years of trial and error getting this particular model.
Okay. How does it work? Yeah.
Don't worry, it's quite easy to use. You find a rounded stone that seems hollow, bring this little beauty out and give it a solid thwack. If there's a gemstone pocket inside, it should crack right open without too much effort. And it won't shatter into dust like if you took your crafting hammer to it.
Okay. Must be very... Any tips or tricks you've picked up over the years?
Not with cracking the geodes open exactly. But I could offer you advice about what to do afterwards.
Okay, yeah, do tell.
That grindstone of yours in the back room, it looks awfully fine. I think that if you were careful, you could use it to polish or even sharpen any rough gems.
Alright, yeah.
At least in my professional opinion. Experiment and see. But mind, you might end up scraping a few before you get it right.
Got it. Thanks, Sibylla.
You're most welcome. Now, I should be off. I can practically hear the ground singing to me and this wonderful new pickaxe.
Happy mining. Gonna just put that tool over somewhere in here. Alright, let's end the day. End of day 6. Doing okay. Still got 73 gold. Yeah, we're doing alright. Survive 5 more days. Improve your skills. Let's see what we can do. Hello. Oh, this guy's gone up in the world. We met this guy a while back as like a newbie adventurer. Now he's got some really nice armor, and I think some new scars.
Hail to you, my friend.
Olgrun, welcome back.
I like what you've done with the shop. Ah, spell wins, but it's good to be back in town after a round of adventuring.
I can imagine. How are the barrows?
As well as you could expect. They are dark and dingy, and full of all manner of shambling creatures, but nothing I can't handle. Especially with your wonderful sword in my hand.
Good to hear.
But I think it's time for an upgrade.
Ah, the RPG game loop. I need a better sword to fight stronger monsters. But I need to fight stronger monsters to afford a better sword. A new blade already?
Indeed! It's never too soon to pick up a fancier sword.
Yeah, fair.
Now, I intend to delve deeper into the barrows, possibly even gather a party of like-minded adventurers and confront one of the ancient barrow kings.
Alright. Shooting high.
They're big, they're nasty, and they wield weird magics. I need a big sword to answer that. One that isn't just effective, but that commands respect. Maybe some cool skulls attached to it.
Go on.
Now, I'll obviously be in charge of such a party, so I need the kind of weapon that a leader would wield. Something intimidating. Not just a simple blade that anyone can pick out of the,
Sword rack?
Yes, exactly what I was thinking.
I think I know just what you need, Olgrun. The desire to give this man the most functional plain sword. possible, because what you actually want is something that's just effective. But no, we will. Ogren's scary sword. Let's go make this man a scary sword. All right. So what was it? It was big and nasty and natural. So naturalist will be the hilt, and big and nasty will be the blade. Let's see what we've got. We will, of course, use steel. I'm not going to skimp out on this guy if he's going to go try to fight the Barrow King. Let's make this man a good adventuring sword. Weapon. Sword. Blade. Ominous. Ruthless, fierce, insidious is a interesting choice. Or splitter. Ruthless and fierce both have like RPG protagonist energy. I'm gonna go with fierce. Yeah, with the pointy bits going out to the side. I used to remember what those were called. Actually makes it look a little bit like the Master Sword. So, you know, perfect protagonist blade. Steel. I wonder how close I could get to making Laios' sword from Dungeon Munchies. Or Dungeon Meshing, but I like to call it Dungeon Munchies because it's funny. Alright. Weapon. Sword. Hilt. Nature. Prickly, leafy, twiggy, or vines. He said skulls, but it... Oh no. Okay, it says cool skulls, but that is the naturalist symbol for it. Interesting. Huh. Let's... Okay. The ominous ones don't have any skulls on them either. Actually, the angelic hilt would probably be closest to Laios' sword, now that I'm looking at it. Huh. Yeah, okay, I guess we have to go with, You know what? I'm not really a fan of this twiggy crossguard one. I kinda like the prickly as an option. Also, like, you're going up against the undead, you should have something that can bludgeon, just to deal with all the bones. So we'll give you the nice, knuckle guard there. That seems fitting. Ooh. Yeah, I like that, actually. That's a good sword. I like that a lot, actually. Here you go, mate.
Aha! Always so quick. Brilliant work. The finest blade and wind spell, I'm certain.
Maybe not the finest, but I'll take the compliment. There we go.
Just as I knew you'd make. My thanks to you, friend.
I hope it serves you well and keeps you safe.
I'm sure it will. And more importantly, it will keep those undead. I was going to say keeps them dead, but I suppose that doesn't work, does it?
Puts them back in the grave?
Doesn't roll off the tongue entirely smoothly, but it'll do.
That'll work.
Now I'm going right to the Adventurers Guild right now and putting up notices that I've plans to form a party.
Sounds good. Best of luck.
Yes, yes! This sparrow won't stand a chance. See you later, my friend. I'll be back to tell you all about my coming victory.
Oh. All right. Oh. Let's get you actually in there. There we go. Hey, our, not astronomer, but, close to that, friend. Hello again.
Indeed. Were your antennae all a quiver?
Yes, but that's kind of just what they do.
It seems the stars lead me once more to your doorstep.
And what can I help you with today?
Of course! I need your assistance yet again. I so enjoyed your work on that astrolabe that I felt compelled to seek you out again.
Yeah, this is... Oh, I don't remember the name, but this is a member of the, they're basically like magical astronomers, who, when they eventually,
With the sun, the moons, and the planets, as it turns out.
when they eventually become, like, their version of retirement is basically, like, ascending and becoming one with the stars. Like, they had a really cool, I'm trying to remember more of their lore from, I think it was last episode. But, yeah, the design on them is great. Yeah, all the, like, lore decisions in this game are fantastic, and honestly, that's one of the reasons I will probably do some more runs of this, like, in my spare time, just sort of to see what it's like. But yeah, all areas of interest to me.
Good! Good! Then you'll enjoy this commission. A great conjunction is meant to occur in our night skies very soon, with many of the planets and moons visible all at once.
Ooh, a planetary alignment. That is rad.
I have ascertained the approximate time of it based on what I note in the sky with my own naked vision.
So you need a telescope.
However, I need more than approximation. I need exactitude. I need to know which celestial bodies and where precisely they will align.
So you need a telescope.
Oh, Spellwinds, no! A telescope only shows you what is there, not what is to be there.
Ah!
I require a model of the heavens, each of the 5 planets represented.
Pardon? Okay, yeah, we're operating. It's a fantasy world. We're operating in a different solar system. Sure, okay, there's 5 planets.
I can provide you with a sketch that shows their locations and orbs representing their celestial bodies, but I need you to build the framework, be that out of sticks or stones or anything else you find fitting.
Okay. I think I could manage that.
Good. I leave the specifics up to you and the materials. The stars seem to want that in your skilled hands. Now, the only thing I ask is that the model retain a certain lavish nature, so as to not clash with the other items of my observatory. Can you manage that?
I sure can.
Of course you can. I wouldn't have been led here otherwise. Anyway, here is a star map of sorts. I believe you can use it to create the model I need. Just make sure that the right celestial bodies are above or below each other, not just at distance in a line.
Okay. Yeah, like all the stuff about this setting and like the fortune, not really like fortune telling, but like there is like they are doing like astronomy like as a science, both a science and a magic. It's very interesting. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, the eye on the star chart is following my cursor. That's interesting. Okay. So that's obviously the sun. Figure out how to read the star map. Heaven's roof. Okay, so that'll be the thing that we use to get the ornate bits in. Okay. Let's make that first. We will do an ornate ingot, of course. Get this nice and toasty, so we can forge it into something new. Clink. Tool, probably? Yes, Heaven's Model Roof. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So there's our model of the heavens. Drag roads to the rings to tie them. Oh, there's our... Okay. What lengths do we have here? Okay, so we've got multiple 5 planets, and the sun. So the sun's going to be the longest. But we've got multiple hanging points. Okay, hang on. So we got one really short one that's going to definitely be... Oh, I only have so many hanging points, and I have... Okay, let's figure this out. So you're gonna be... Do I get to determine which planets are in which sections? Oh, the sun, putting the sun on here tells you what to, okay. So that will give us an idea of which thing goes where. Okay, I think I've got this. Alright, so, planet 1. Okay, so the one with a ring is there. Zoom in a little on these. You have a bunch of... Okay, you have a bunch of texture to you, so you're up there. You have a bunch of little pock marks to you. You have a bunch of orbs, and that leaves you by process of elimination. Okay, cool. Okay, that gives us everything we need there. That's a fun little trick. I like that. Okay. Oh. That's not what I meant to do, but at least it keeps things where they need to be. Okay, so the sun's gonna be... Put that over there. So you're the gas, presumably a gas giant. Oh, nope, not what I meant to. Ah, we can separate things. Excellent. Oh, this will be an interesting little puzzle to do. Keep that up there. There we go. Okay, gas giant. Need to make all things get to the positions they need to be in first, and then I can figure out lengths of cord. So, it's like you'll be about there. You'll be with this one. You'll be over here-ish. You'll be under this. You will be significantly farther down. And then the sun is at the bottom, which means it's lined up with that one. So, yeah, shortest length here. Don't do that to me, game. Dab a bit of glue. Perfect. Oh, actually, hang on. Let's separate things real quick. Because we want to get the ropes at all the right lengths to be like at those same kind of distances. We're going to need to think this out a little. Probably the longest one is going to need to attach to here for the sun, so we can just get that out of the way. Easy enough to do. There, perfect. Okay. Now we have our baseline. So, longer ones for the. That's going to be too long, I think. Unless the sun is attached at a different point. Maybe that's the trick. Maybe the planets are the only ones that are attached on these little eye hooks, and then the sun can be way down at the bottom. That might give us the right, what's the word I'm looking for here? Distances on things. Yeah, that could be it. Yeah, let's go with that. So, one rope there, one rope here, one rope here? No. Kind of. This is the part where the stream's not as interesting, and I'm sure there's someone watching who's like, no, it's clearly this other solution, just but the downsides of, you know, streaming a puzzle game, basically, because this kind of is just a puzzle game. Yeah, this one goes here. This one I don't need to think about too much, actually. I can just get this little blue planet on there. That'll be fine. And the orange one, actually, I can just do this with relative confidence. There we go. Yeah, I feel like it wants me to be able to just attach them there, but I could just glue it to the very bottom. That feels like it could also be the answer. Yeah. Let's see here. I think this will be right. I think this will be right. Oh, maybe that short one does need to be there. Okay, yeah, actually, hang on. We're solving it. We're solving it. Nope, give me the little planet that I need. There we go. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Those will be correct. Oh, and I can always choke farther up on the string with the planet placement. There's no reason I can't do that. Right? Yeah, there's no reason I can't do that. So, remove you. Put the other dab of glue a little farther up. That'll be fine. And then attach this. Oh, yeah, no, that is the trick. You do need to attach things, like, at different heights. Okay. Okay. I am slightly wishing for a, like, undo all function. But that's fine. Gonna just move the planets over here a bit. Yeah, that's how it'll work. Okay. Yep, that's what it is. That's what I was missing. So it will be about unsecuring all of these to start. Just undo it all. Undo it all. It's fine. It's totally fine. Various lengths of stuff over here. The sun is kind of in the middle. So that'll still just be whatever is left over at the end. But we will need, I think the sun actually drops from here. So let's do that. So yeah, that should be easy enough there. This one probably needs to be the closest choked up. Yeah. This can be a longer one because we need to get down pretty far. Sun at the very bottom. Far down as it'll go. Then our weird little blue one. Our midpoint there. Our midpoint there. About there. And about there. Okay. Think we've got it, chat. I think we've got it. And then you just trim off the excess. Okay. Here's your display.
What's that I see you carrying? Spell winds, that's... Let me have a closer look. As expected.
Oh, good. Well, what? I'm not going to beat myself up over this one, because I'm still not entirely sure quite how I wanted it attached, but here we go.
Almost as good as the astrolabe, but then that was fixing rather than creating.
Point.
You have my thanks.
Of course, happy to help.
I appreciate the attention to detail most of all. That's quite important when it comes to spellcasting. This will facilitate one of the finest spells.
Huh. So there are romance options. I like that it's locking in a romance or not. So I will it's a great character. Nothing against him, but I'm going to go with I'm sure it will. What will the spell do exactly?
You may certainly ask, and I will certainly tell you. I believe that with the celestial power buzzing between the many heavenly bodies, a talented Starkeeper might be able to glimpse not just the present, but the past and future.
Okay, so going beyond just clairvoyance to, like, actual telling the future. Okay, yeah, because I couldn't remember if they just did, like, clairvoyance and, like, distance viewing and astral projection, or if they did, like, more things. I'll have to go back and rewatch, or, replay it again, because it's a fun time.
I could glean unimaginable secrets from such an event, pore over the knowledge of forgotten empires, or those yet to come.
That sounds very exciting.
It will be both terrifying and exhilarating, as all such magic should.
All right.
And you helped it happen. How lucky are you? You will surely go down in the annals.
Thank you, I think.
No, thank you. Now, I must away. Good day to you, and stars smile down upon your head.
Thank you. Good luck, Starkeeper. I hope you find what you're looking for. Alright, not bad. Didn't get... Yeah, I feel like I'm missing something with that whole planetary order thing. Hello? This is a mermaid in a goldfish bowl carried by crabs. No notes. No notes. 10 out of 10 design.
Steady. Steady now. Do not knock anything over. Or knock into anything at all. This glass is thinner than it looks.
Not the voice I was expecting from this character.
Good. Very good. Proud of y'all. The shopkeep. Greetings to you and your fine abode.
Pleasure to meet you.
An air breather who doesn't stare at me like I've got two tails.
Yeah, look, I'm a moth. I'm a giant talking moth. I get it.
My name is Marina, Lady Marina. But let's not dwell on titles.
I love that she presses herself up against the glass. That's so good. This is delightful. I love her. Hi, Marina. What can I help you with, Marina?
Straight to business. Very good. I get enough small talk from these crabby fellows.
You do?
Tell me, do you know of the Windspell Lighthouse?
I've seen it from a distance.
As have I, far too frequently. Especially that dreadful light.
Not a fan, I take it?
I have recently taken up new dwelling in the reef, and that light is blinding at the absolute worst hours of night. It comes right in through my windows.
Oh, yep, okay. Alright, so you need, do I get to make sunglasses for the merfolk?
But I'm nothing if not a practical woman. If I have lost my beloved shade in pursuit of otherwise more desirable environs, then I shall affix new shade to my eyes.
You want dark? You want? I get to make sunglasses for the merfolk.
Almost. I'm afraid they'd go floating away.
Darn.
I need goggles of smoked or tinted glass. They must be refined, and more importantly, they must be adorable.
I get to make the same goggles my D&D character has. This is great. Maybe not the adorable part, but this is perfect. This is great.
Could you do this for me?
For reference, I have a kobold accountant who wears goggles that allow him to like exist up on the surface because they have sunlight sensitivity. So he has these like giant steampunk goggles that are basically sunglasses. This is great. This is great. I love this. Yes, I think I can make some shades that wrap around your head.
Wrap, buckle, lash, whatever it takes. I'll wait here while you sort that out.
Aw, thank you, Gabrandar. Yes, Kethin's goggles are adorable. Or at least they're adorable on him. Okay, glass frame. Oh, so we need geodes to make the lenses. Okay. Nice. Okay. Okay. We need ingot for the frame, and then we've got a couple of so we have a couple of free geodes. I'm gonna get rid of this star chart because I don't think I'm gonna need it again. No. I'm gonna do some desk maintenance after stream. This will actually probably be the last one before stream, but once stream ends, but I will take some notes. What do I need to do to make you a viable tool? Just put you there? Oh, right, you need to take the geode, put it on the anvil, and then take this hammer. Hey, okay. Well, that's not going to be helpful. That is also probably not going to be helpful. I believe this has... Yeah, this can be metal and stone. But you look like you might be useful to me. Grab this other geode. Okay. We got some bits and bobs. None of these are going to be exactly what I need. But we've got some stuff. And we'll need to go up to the mountains. Let's get some more geodes. Geode. Some feathers. Not sure what that thing back there was, but I grabbed it. That might be everything. Yeah, looks like that's everything. Okay, well. Here's hoping we get another lens out of this. No, it's a flower of some kind. Okay, we got 3 more geodes. Just close that real quick. Alright. Clink, 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 clink. Yes, perfect. Okay, we have what we need. Just gonna grab these. I will shove these in here. Also shove the geodes in here. I can crack those at another point when I need them. There we go. Okay, yeah. Flip those. That'll be fine. We can polish that. Lenses. Oh, just need... Oh! Perfect! We were able to make lenses out of a single thing. That's... You know, that's probably a good way to prevent it from being screwed out of something by randomization. That's actually really good. That's a good design choice. Okay. What was the... Refined and adorable. Okay. So refined, we'll go with an ornate ingot. Heat that up. Clink. Does it? Okay, it does count as jewelry. There's no minimalist option for the glasses. Interesting. Cute or... so we should probably go with the cute for these, because we used the ornate metal. I think that's right. I think. The gilded looks so good, though. Actually, the frisky ones are blue, which does fit the accent colors for Morena. So we'll go with those. Okay, that's all set there. Let's hope this works. No, we need it. We need it to like wrap around though. Geodes. It doesn't. I feel like it should be including a step about, like, some sort of attachment. Sometimes this game confuses me. Hi, Meow. But also, we don't have anything for, like, straps. We had, like, collars at a different point. You know what? We will... make a... Just as a backup. Just in case. Just in case this goes really badly. Oh! Meow! Meow! That is a customer, not food.
No, away from the glass, you beast!
Don't worry, Meow is more curious than aggressive.
Really? It looks hungry to me. How dreadful.
Meow.
Oh, and if you're back, does that mean you have my luxurious shades?
It does. Indeed I do.
Why, what a wonderful treasure.
7 out of 10. Okay.
Not just functional, but stylish.
Excellent. Well, everything else about you shouted stylish, so...
Oh, goodness me, you'll make a girl's tail blush.
I like that as a detail, because if you have fins, like them flaring or anything would be a good mood indicator. I like that term.
I won't just safeguard my precious eyes, but I'll be the most fashionable Murray in the reef. Just you wait. I bet half the school will be wearing something just like these in 1 year.
Hey, sounds good to me. In that case, please mention where you got them from.
Fine, fine. Just remember not to make any of them as gorgeous as mine.
I'll see what I can do about that.
Now then, I really must see myself out before the tides turn.
Thank you for coming all this way to commission something from my little shop.
I should come up here more often. What a strange place you air breathers have made. For now, though. Snipper, Bubbles, about face. Let's hustle, my crabby friends.
I'm so glad we got to learn their names. Snipper and Bubbles. Ah, okay. We're still making good money. We're just not quite matching the requests. Oh. Okay. Oh! You are a very rusted-looking knight. And it's actually just about end of stream. This actually might be a good stopping point rather than launching into the next, actually, no, I will need to go through this in order to do the cleanup that I'll need to do. So we'll get the request from this person, and then I'll probably call it there for the night. But let's see who we have here. Ah, the silent type. Hi there. How can I help you?
Well met. Sir Claverdle at your service. I come in search of a smithy, and have been directed to this humble shop.
The inside of the helmet glows. Is this possessed armor? I do have a forge, yes.
Excellent. And are you positioned to accept work from one of the knightly orders?
I wasn't even aware that Windspell had knights, but I am taking commissions, if that's what you mean.
I am well pleased to hear that. Would you be willing to hear out my request? Worry not. I have brought a stipend from my liege to repay your services, were they to be offered.
Sure. I'm sorry, but this feels off. Are you not telling me something?
Well...
Oh. Never gotten a commission from a ghost before.
I am no ghost. I am a perfectly normal haunted suit of armor.
Right. Perfectly normal haunted suit of armor. Brand new sentence. Apologies. I didn't know there were two different entities.
I suppose ignorance can be forgiven. A ghost is a disembodied thing, whereas I am my armor.
The amount of derision that the actor put on Ghost was so good.
Now, would you hear the boon I seek?
Absolutely. I have got... Of course I would. I gotta know about this. I gotta tell the other crafters about this whole deal.
I guard the barrow of a great lord of old, and that barrow sees a regular stream of would-be plunderers, bandits, and adventurers. I see most of them off bruised and battered, of course.
I see.
But recently, I was set upon by some truly skilled brutes, one of whom wielded a great morning star. Oh, it did irreparable damage to my gauntlets, and I can barely hold onto my own weaponry now.
This feels a little bit like war profiteering now. This feels a bit like selling to both sides of a conflict.
I need new ones made, as striking and strong as the old, which saw me through these many long years of servitude, and ornate as befitting my station.
Okay. I can... Oh. Ornate. Striking and strong, ornate. Excellent. They won't look exact. Yeah, that's actually good. This is a good point. They won't look exactly the same. I don't even know what materials your original armor was made from.
Worry not. I had accounted for this. Even if it isn't a perfect match, I am willing to settle for functionality.
All right, we can work with this. Okay, that's actually a common misconception. Full suits of armor were indeed incredibly flexible, and despite how much they would weigh, like I'm talking full metal like European knightly armor when I'm saying this, like despite how much it would weigh as a whole, the way that they are constructed, and the way that the weight would be distributed across your body, it would be less weight. It would feel like less than it is just because it's distributed evenly across your entire body. It's not like carrying a box in your arms, for example. Think of it being closer to like those really good hiking backpacks that have the extra like straps that go across your chest to better handle the weight. So it's, yeah, it is still heavy. It's just not as massive a weight as you might think. And they are remarkably flexible because you still had to like move around in them and everything. But yeah, I think I can help you. Then wait here while I work on the forge. Should be sounding off about. Okay, so hand and forearm are separate, which is where we'll be able to do the different things. Okay. With all that said, I got a bunch of cleaning up to do here, and it's about the time where I would end the stream anyway. So I think I will leave. This is where I will leave everybody. This has been a wonderful time. I look forward to continuing next week with making these gauntlets and continuing our quest to becoming a full member of the Guild of Crafters. But for tonight, this is where I will bid you all adieu. As always, remember to take care of each other, stay hydrated, take your meds, and as always, everybody, stay cozy. See you all next time. Have a great night.